welcome to the deep dive. Today we're looking at some source material that lists 10 terrific gadgets for boys.
Right.
And our mission really isn't just to rattle off a list of cool stuff. We want to explore how these gadgets might actually be, hidden pathways.
Gateways, yeah, to understanding technology, sparking some creativity, maybe even solving problems.
Exactly. It's about the surprising depth behind the fun.
And what I find interesting is how these gadgets subtly weave in some, well, foundational ideas. Sometimes you don't even notice it happening.
Yeah.
They're not just toys. They're almost like little prototypes, interactive lessons that get you curious.
Okay, let's jump in. First up, something that looks like pure magic, but it's science.
Yeah.
The magnetic levitation globe.
Ah, a classic.
Sources say it really grabs your attention. But okay, beyond just looking cool floating there, how does it spark, real physics curiosity?
Well, it's a fantastic visual, isn't
Yeah.
it? You're seeing magnetic repulsion right there in action.
Yeah.
It's the same basic idea behind, say, maglev trains. So seeing this globe float makes concepts like magnetic fields opposing forces. It makes them visible, intriguing.
Right, not so abstract anymore.
Exactly. It's a neat little step into engineering principles.
Okay, so from floating globes, let's move to things that fly. The mini drone with camera. Sources mention it's easy to control, got an HD camera, great for aerial shots, fun, definitely. But what's the bigger picture for maybe a budding innovator?
Drones like this, even small ones, they're mini lessons. You're learning about aerodynamics, lift, drag, that sort of thing, and precise remote control too. Plus, it introduces basics of capturing data from a different perspective. Skills used in, mapping, filmmaking, logistics.
So you're basically playing with small-scale flight control systems
Pretty much, yeah.
and sticking with control, but differently. The motion sensor racing car. You control it with hand gestures.
Yeah, that's the hook. Very futuristic feel.
How does that kind of interface connect to, real-world tech?
It uses sensors, probably infrared or ultrasonic. Very similar tech is in things like self-driving cars.
Oh, okay.
Or even VR systems, gesture controls there. So it's a really intuitive way to learn about human-machine interaction, responsive systems, no buttons needed.
Interesting. All right, let's shift gears a bit. Portable entertainment. The handheld retro game console.
Ah, the nostalgia factor?
Totally. Packed with 400-plus classic games. Is it just about reliving the old days, or is there something more?
Oh, absolutely more. Beyond the fun, it's like holding a piece of computing history. You experience how interfaces, graphics, game logic, how it all evolved. Simple pixels to, well, what we have now. It builds a kind of digital literacy without you even thinking about it.
I like that. Then there are the smart Bluetooth sunglasses.
Right, wearable tech.
Sources talk about listening to music, taking calls, all hands-free.
Yeah.
What's the tech significance there?
Well, it's a great example of convergence, putting multiple functions into one device. They probably use bone conduction for audio or maybe tiny directional speakers. It's about integrating audio, communication, Bluetooth, all very seamlessly. A glimpse into personal tech's future, really.
Okay, moving towards creativity now.
Mm-hmm.
Magnetic building blocks. Described as STEM-friendly, making creativity fun. How do simple blocks stimulate deeper learning?
They're fantastic for developing spatial reasoning
Yeah.
and problem solving.
Right.
You're not just clicking blocks together, you're experimenting with structure, balance, basic engineering ideas. The magnetic connection gives immediate feedback. Does it stand up? Does it hold together? That's design thinking.
Makes sense. And sort of related, the instant print camera for kids.
Yeah, the instant gratification camera.
Capture the moment, print it instantly. What concepts does this one introduce?
Well, basic optics, for one. How light gets captured, focused, forms an image, and the instant print part. That gives immediate feedback on your photo. Composition, lighting. You learn photography by doing, iterating, merging digital capture with a physical thing.
Cool. Okay, nearly there. Let's look at things combining fun and, practical solutions. The 3D Nightlight Superhero Edition.
Right, those cool illusion lights.
Yeah, Spider-Man, Iron Man, looks 3D. How does that trick work?
It's a clever optical illusion. Usually it's a flat piece of acrylic etched with a design.
Okay.
Light from the base travels up and only really shines along those etched lines. It refracts, creating this kind of phantom image that looks 3D. It's a neat intro to how light can be manipulated, how our perception works.
Very clever. And finally, keeping all this tech going, the portable mini power bank.
The essential accessory.
Sources call it vital for tech boys to stay charged.
Yeah.
Seems obvious, but what's the core principle here?
It really highlights how crucial power management and battery tech are today, right?
Yeah,
It's
better.
a practical lesson in applied electrical engineering, storing energy, transferring it safely, and needing it to be portable for all our devices. Phones, tablets, gaming things. It's about being prepared in our tech-filled lives.
So wrapping this up, what does this journey through these gadgets really show us for you, the listener?
Oh, we started with things that just look like fun toys.
Right?
But as we've unpacked them, you see they're actually little gateways. They introduce core ideas in tech, science, creativity, and offer practical solutions too.
It really underlines how play can be such a powerful way to learn, doesn't it?
It does, and it
Good.
leaves you with a thought, perhaps. If these relatively simple gadgets can spark genuine curiosity about things like magnetic fields, aerodynamics, user interfaces, optical illusions,
Hmm.
what other profound lessons might be hiding in the everyday tech we use all the time? How can these kinds of early playful experiences really help shape the next wave of innovators and just critical thinkers?
Something definitely worth thinking about.